So the order of operations. The order of operations helps us solve problems, and of course, as the name suggests, in a certain order. That order is starting off with P for parentheses, E for exponents, and M for multiplication, and D for division. And then we have A for addition, and finally S for subtraction. Or please excuse my dear Aunt Sally, or PEMDAS, as some people have heard it. Now, some people also put the PEMDAS in a straight line, whereas I put the M and the D together and the A and the S together, because when you are doing order of operations, multiplication and division are equal to each other when it comes to order, and addition and subtraction are equal to each other when it comes to order. And the way we find out what goes first is we need to go left to right on each one. I'll give you an example. So let's have our problem be 3, start with the parentheses, and we'll do 3 plus 8 plus 42 divided by 7 times 2. Now, we first start off, of course, and every time you do order of operations, you start with the parentheses. So that's the first thing we need to solve. I'm going to make this next one orange. So we solve for parentheses. 3 plus 8 is 11. So we drop down the plus 42, divide by 7 times 2. Now, this is where earlier it comes in that multiplication division needs to be equal to each other. Because if you look at this problem, division here is before multiplication from left to right. But over here you have the M next. However, it needs to be done properly where you need to go from left to right when you're solving. So the first operation we have is division. That becomes before multiplication, because again, it goes from left to right. So we do 42 divided by 7, which is going to be 6. And we're going to make the 11 down here, and we're going to put the multiplication sign for 2. Now we're going to multiply 6 times 2, because division, multiplication, is before addition and subtraction. So 6 times 2, we're going to make this one yellow. 6 times 2 is 12. And 11. Now we're just simply going to add 11 plus 12, which of course is 23. So our answer is 23 at the very end. Okay, so let's do another one. This time we're going to have an exponent here, set 5 cubed right there. So let's start off with our order of operations. So the first order we have is P, so parentheses. So we need to solve what's inside here first. In order to do what's in here, we need to figure out what an exponent of 5 cubed is. So how to figure this out is that we need to multiply 5 times 5 times 5, because we're doing 5 cubed, 5 multiplied by to each other 3 times. So 5 times 5 is 25, and we need to multiply 25 times 5 now, because we bring this down here. So now it's 25 times 5. 5 times 5 is 25. 5 times 2 is 10, plus 2 is 12. So our new problem is 9 times 2 plus 125. Ooh, that was weird. I'll erase that. $125 times 5 plus 60 divided by 10. Now we're going to multiply 125 times 5 because we're still not done with our parentheses. I'm going to erase this over here, get some room. So I'm going to just do a different color. Let's do purple or pink. So we have 125 now times 5, which is 5 times 5 is 25. 5 times 2 is 10 plus 2, which is 12. And 5 times 1 is 5 plus 1 is 6. So our new problem under there is 9 times 2 plus 625 plus 60 divided by 10. Alright, so our parentheses is done, so we don't have any more parentheses. We don't have any more exponents here. Now we move on to multiplication division. Now in the last problem, we had a division symbol on the left side and then multiplication on the right. However, this time, multiplication is here on the left and division's on the right. So we, again, need to go from left to right, solving that way between multiplication and division. So first thing we do is 9 times 2. So 9 times 2 is going to be 18. And we're going to drop that 625. And then we're going to divide. We're also going to add. And then we're going to divide here. So 60 divided by 10 is 6. So now we just simply add across the board because all we're doing is adding them all together. 18 plus 6 is 24. And 625 plus 24 is 9, 4, and 6. So your answer now is going to be 649. And that's it.